Hello and welcome. Join me as we walk around what can only be described as a piece of paradise at the Costa Marina beach resort. Now, I do believe this is on Samal Island, but you get here coming from Davao City. Now, if I have butchered that, the full address of where this is located in the Philippines is available in the description. So if I have completely messed that up, check it out because it will also be tagged with the Google link of the actual marina itself. So it should be easy enough to find, and obviously you can then check it out on the website and see everything that is available. But we are going to be taking a loop and a tour around this gorgeous resort, and it's one of those places that you could easily stay overnight because there is multiple beach accommodations, and you can just imagine waking up to the sound of the ocean as well. So the boat trip itself, it says on the website it's about 8 kilometers. It didn't feel that long, but it could well have been because we were making good progress on the actual boat itself. But you then get on at a different beach, you get on the boat, you come across, it drops you off and dumps you basically here, and then you just walk down this, and this is the first thing you see as you start to soak it all in. You just got water everywhere to the left and right hand side. You've got all of the fish that are just swimming around as well, and of course the water is lovely and warm. But the tree line is where the actual resort is, and then you've got all the accommodation there, and then you've got the beach and everything at the front, which is sheltered by all the trees, so you didn't overheat and cook. But then obviously at the same time, if you wanted to get in the water and then sit in the sun, you could do easily. So this is perfect for couples, big groups of people, and everything in between. So you can just see it was silent, it was gorgeous, and depending on where you go on the island itself, there are different bits and pieces that you can do. But we went here, which is the Costa Marina. Now, it is beautiful. So we are now going to be exploring this for the next 9 minutes or so. We'll have a look at where you can actually order all your food from, what it's like just walking around, and obviously then just walking through the water as well. But we'll check out the different games that can be played, where you can buy different bits and pieces from. If you've forgotten anything, this resort is so much bigger than I ever imagined that it would be. So if this is on your bucket list, I cannot highly recommend this enough. It was just stunning. Obviously at the time that we came, it was nice and quiet, and we had the whole thing basically to ourselves, which is perfect. Now, as we were leaving, a huge group turned up because they were clearly hired a massive condo, and they were going to be staying there overnight because the boats run between a certain time frame, and when the last boat has gone, well, you get stuck here. And there is obviously worse places to get stuck than here, but at the same time, just make sure you get your timings correct. Now, there are fantastic facilities as well to get changed at the end of the day. Obviously, I didn't film any of that, but it's right in the middle. You've got a really, really big changing area with all private cubicles, and then you've got a big shower area as well, which it was just a huge thing. Obviously, it's meant for multiple people. Now, with regards to where you can get different bits and pieces from, you can buy stuff just from here, so you can get some little bits and bobs if you've forgotten anything like that. Now, for example, swim shorts or an ice cream, and of course you can play some games just up here as well. But the nice thing is that because it is a resort, it is set up for the people that are staying on the resort as well, and obviously we're just guests coming over and using the facilities. But all of this is basically a pay to play. You've got the price information on the back, so you obviously can play pool, archery, darts. It was just one of those things that you could have just done nothing or done everything, and it would not have made a difference to how good of experience that you had. But you can just see me, I only wandered around literally for the time frame of this. I only had the camera in my hand for this amount of time because it was so hot and I did want to enjoy it. But obviously the problem I've got to be careful with the memory card and the battery overheating, and this is only the midway point through the trip, and obviously I did not want to lose any of the footage that I'd already filmed. Now you can see all these amazing tables and chairs. Now these, I do believe, were set up for the larger group. So this was an amazing thing. Obviously they're all tipped forward, and you can see obviously that they were getting ready for something happening, and that did look very, very good. And coming later on in the evening, more and more staff seemed to turn up. So there must have been some sort of party that I was not invited to in the evening. But again, you've got a nice photo photo opportunity just there. And then you've got the play area in the background for the little ones to go in. All the big ones alike, of course. So it's not just about the water. I do believe you can see the jet ski just there, and there was some life jackets in the middle. So depending on where you go around, you can hire the jet skis. It might not be from this venue. You might have to move on to the next thing. But again, I do believe there's multiple little beaches that you can go on, and each one offers its own thing. So you can do lots and lots of different bits and pieces with on this island, and if I was to ever go back, I would film in much greater detail for everybody and share the experience. But for what I am watching back now, I am glad that I just spent 10-15 minutes or so walking around with the camera, because I've got a smile on my face just watching this back, and it's brought back some fantastic memories of this trip and certain individuals that I met as well. So I am very, very grateful just to be able to spend a short amount of time in somewhere so beautiful. But all the buildings that we're looking at is the accommodation. So everything that we've just walked around there is places that you could stay. So if you didn't even notice that they were there, they are all the places that you can hire. Obviously, they've all got the beds and sofas in, and you can just spend all night over there. And then you've got a private beach to yourself, and then obviously you can just chill out, relax. They did have amazing food. It smelled fantastic. The food that we had for lunch was brilliant as well. That was very, very nice. So they had a great, great menu, beautiful breakfast bit. Now, we were walking down and going to be taking a loop around there, and then of course the battery ran out, so I then came all the way back up to where my bag was, then re-walked back down the stairs, so we get to see it all over again. But you can see that is the pier that we kind of walked down. I say a pier, you know what I mean, with regards to the bit where you get off the boat. You come down that way, and now we're just walking back on the sand. The water was really nice and warm, but the sun, obviously, it was burning hot. So just make sure that you do take your suntan lotion, and you just sit in the shade whenever it is that you need to. And then of course you can get the photos for Instagram in the perfect time. But let's be honest, walking through here with nobody else in front of me, it was just a magical moment in my life, I do believe, and that all linked up to a phenomenal part of the trip. So you can see that you could get some beautiful photos from here. You're not massively too far away from civilization, but you're far enough away to know that you are on your own private island as well. And if I was to say nothing and just let the water smash on the waves, that is all you hear. So it was just beautiful. It was silent because everything up to my left is different places where you can sit. We sort of did the loop at the top, and then we just come back down again, and each one of these had its own stairway down. But because there was nobody there, it just meant you could just walk the full length of the beach. You can see you've got some little lifeguard bits just up at the top, obviously for when it's much, much busier, but it's just a beautiful place to be. Now I end up, I think I might get stuck in this bit, because I thought, do I walk round it or do I go through it? And because I'm such a child, I thought, well, I'll try and get through. But I don't know if I make any moans or groans. No, we survived it, so that is fine, and then we just carry on. Now, I thought you could keep walking down, and then you could just walk down another thing that we walked off on the boat, but that one was actually damaged, so it looked like they're in the process of repairing that. So I basically walk all the way down to the end here, and then that is basically the end of the video. But you can see the staircase there to the left-hand side. It might be one of those videos that you might have to watch twice, because what I've been talking about isn't necessarily what we've been watching. But again, you've got all the different types of accommodation just there in the middle, and you've got more accommodation to my left. So if you were to go up the stairs and go into the tree line, all of those are for hire. Then you can just walk down. You've got your own private chairs and benches and things, and then you've got this as a view, which is just beautiful. Where the games were, and all of the snooker tables, pool and all that kind of thing with the darts, that is also where you order all your food from. So that's a really nice little place just to go in. And again, if you wanted to play any games, you can do. But if you are this far back, you then have another one. So you then got another bar just here, and it sort of repeats itself as it goes on. And then if you cut into the left, which they had blocked off because they were doing some building work just a little bit further up, because of course this is out of season at the moment. Even though it is absolutely breathtaking weather, it's still out of season, so it'll be very, very interesting to see how busy this would be when it's full. So I would imagine at certain times this will fill up very, very quickly, and you can just imagine the atmosphere when everybody is there. So we've got a little bit more to go with regards to the walk down. You see that the rockery there has disappeared, so that is what I thought. I was going to walk down and basically end the video from there, but I couldn't, so I'm just going to turn around and start walking back on myself, and then this is where we're going to end the video. So I've added in a minute or so of the boat journey on the way back up if you would like to listen to the waves and the boat. If you have stayed here before, please let me know in the comment section below. If you stumbled across this video by complete mistake, keep your eyes peeled, because I will be coming back over to the Philippines to do a full proper travel log much sooner than later. Now, with that being said, guys, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Do not take care, and I'll get to the next one. Ta-da.